Hello, I'm Charly Crawford, 10-time NFR qualifier header. More known as a clinician now and my own podcast, but for most people know me as Jackie Crawford's husband. So I enjoy the horsemanship side of things. It's so much in the fact of how much you learn. To me, it's like the Bible. It's a book that never ends. And I really like talking about the topics of scoring and being in the box. This is one of the biggest things that sets up the run. There's so much importance on the head side on how good those horses score, how good they stay between your reins, how good they leave off your hand, because of how much it affects your first swing, how much it affects your start, to where you can get to the steer where the money's won. And that's why there's so much importance with headers and talk about scoring. One of the things we can talk about first is just rein length. I like to have rein length where I have contact before I get to the saddle horn. So that way I have contact with the horse's mouth. He can feel my hand, I can feel his mouth. There's some tension right here. So when I nod my head and he's looking between the reins, he's staying between my legs, when I go, he knows that when my hand goes forward, that's a cue to go forward. In my opinion, one of the most important things on being able to keep a horse working is to be able to create good cues and develop your left hand and your feet to where they're very clear on what you're asking. There's so many times where guys go and then pull and then they're telling the horse to go that way. And so you're trying to make sure that this hands and feet are developed, so when I see my start, when I go, that's when you can bring your swing up and get ahead of the run. And just another riding technique to develop also is to where when you're wanting to go, where your shoulders and your left hand go forward at the same time. That's what they call getting ahead of the run. That's the riding technique you're trying to create from the back of the box headed toward the steer, is learning how when your left hand and shoulders go forward, it's at the same time, to be able to get you in a good balance and good contact with your saddle, but it's able to get you ahead of your horse, which then in turn, that's going to help your swing and getting ahead to where you can slow your horse down and set up your run.